Hey, everybody, welcome to a special late night noir edition, episode 296 of the AAA meeting. It's the first. And joining me here over there on the couch, warm and cozy, drinks all around, is Sinatra. Sinatra, how you doing?
Hello. What's going on?
Oh, you know, we were just talking about bourbon, and then, as we do. Nothing new there, right?
I mean, we do.
Yeah. And it, as anybody who's listened to me yammer for long enough, they will know that I'm a Maker's Mark fan, my weapon of choice. And Sinatra just said, I wish I liked it more. Which was...
yeah, it was my go-to for many a year. Now my go-to pour is probably Buffalo Trace, but my go-to mix is Wild Turkey 101.
I am a little low. You're right. I want to get closer to the mic because I'll be eking it out. Let me think about this for a second. I'd be low, but your volume would be... The fuck? What'd you do, Sin?
I don't know. Am I super hot in the biscuit?
No. Like, I don't... Hold on. Right? I can handle this in a different way. How about...
Does this beat the record for the latest start for a AAA?
Probably. There, I turn my mic gain up a little bit.
No.
The if you'll notice, the NFT trophy there in the back, right behind you.
Gone.
No, I am still the reigning champion.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's there is only one. That is not part of the background. That is a separate item. And if somebody starts the AAA later than me, it's all yours. That's what that trophy's for. Not there by accident, my friend. Where is Drunkle? We were wondering the same thing. But quite understandably, there's a time difference over there in the UK's, and it was a impromptu idea from yesterday when I first suggested it, and then Sin said, hit me up during the day and let me know if you actually want to follow through with this. And I was like, okay. So I did, and he listened, and then I hit up Drunkle, but I'm very understanding of Drunkle not being here because, well, when the fuck do we have AAA on Thursday? Number one. When the fuck do we have AAA at this time? Number two. So, yeah.
But definitely reached out to him. He can't make it or something.
Yeah. But he's here in spirit, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Lumpy limes all around, am I right?
Indeed.
Yeah. See, I said that I said that I was going to get the whatchamacallit fruit ready for him, and I do. It's ready. It's there for the next time that somebody hits a Goku banger and he's here. The whatchamacallit, the bergamot. I've replaced the limes with bergamot fruit. Extra English.
The bogey fruit?
Yeah. They just look like lumpy limes. They're not very special. I was talking to Far about them, and she goes, yeah, I don't like Earl Grey tea. And Earl Grey tea is just black tea with bergamot rind in it. She goes, I don't like it. It tastes musty. And I'm like, that's what the bergamot fruit allows. It's a musty tasting lime.
Earl Grey is one of the more, like, middle-of-the-road teas, though, isn't it? Or, yeah, it's just one of those kind of middle-of-the-road, not fancy tea.
Well, you can get extra fancy. Like if you break open a bag of Earl Grey tea that you bought from Walmart, and it's like Great Value brand, you know what I'm talking about? Like it's, yeah, they've just doused some fucking citrus flavor on it. It doesn't have any actual bergamot in it. Bergamot's expensive. You know, the fruit. You can buy super expensive stuff where you see the actual rinds in it and whatnot. Same thing with like, I don't know. I have a friend who's like a tea obsessive. He's got a tea ball. He's got multiple tea balls. You ever seen anyone use a tea ball?
What the fuck is a tea ball?
It's like a stainless steel small ball, like half the size of a golf ball. And you unscrew it like in two halves that it threads together. And then you put your tea inside of it, like your loose leaf tea. inside of it and then screw it back together, and it's got a little chain on it, and you dip that into the hot water or into your kettle or your cup or whatever.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
I have one of those.
Well, there you go. What's this thing that I've owned for years and I don't know what it's for? Now you know.
It's just sitting in the drawer in my in my studio, just in the silverware drawer. Oh fuck! I forgot I had that. I guess I could have made the eggnog tea with that. I didn't even think about it.
There you go. Far uses a tea ball. It's very English of you, Far.
I didn't know you were a 6-year-old boy.
Are you thinking of like T-ball, like the sport T-ball?
Yeah, T-ball. That's
well,
right? T-ball.
It's not exactly a sport, is it?
It's a sport to them.
You could say that in the Special Olympics too. What's your point?
It is a sport for them.
Yeah, it is. It's true.
You know what I want to see? And I don't know what brought this thought to mind earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see a Special Olympics where regular people compete against the special competitors.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see an Olympics with just people roided the fuck out.
You want to see all drugs permitted Special Olympics?
Oh God, yeah. No, well, it's only people on steroids can do it.
Competing against regular competitors
other people
that aren't?
On steroids.
Oh, other people on steroids. Well, how's it Special Olympics at all?
No, that's two separate events.
Oh, okay, I see.
Then a third event where they just randomly pick a person from each country.
Okay. You know, I've had a long-standing question. This is a legitimate question I have. I don't know the answer to it. My shooting hero is a competitor by the name of Julie Golub.
Okay.
Right? And there's men's and women's leagues in USPSA, like IPSC, and then in IDPA. She is the only competitor in the men's or women's league to have won all 7 categories. So, production, classic, limited, open, revolver, weapon lights, or excuse me, red dot, because they used to have 6 categories. Now they got 7 where you can use microdots for your handguns, right? And as soon as they open that category, who's the first one to win it? Her. She's Grandmaster class in everything, just dominates across the board. Why is there a separate women's league?
Now that's a good question.
And I'm not even trying to be a fucker about it. I'm like, men score, because it's exclusively decided by time. Your score is your time. Lower score, it's like golf. The lower, the better, right? And you get a time penalty for every target you miss. And if you're shooting, you either shoot major or minor power factor. So if you're shooting 45, you're shooting major. If you're shooting 9, you're shooting minor. And you get a time penalty if you're shooting minor, because you don't have as much recoil to deal with. All right. So what is it? I'm not even trying to be a dick about it. It's like, is it that men are bigger, so therefore they're better at handling recoil? Therefore get better times? Is it that men have better hand-eye coordination? Why? Because she, like I said, she's no slouch. She could like outshoot me, drunk, tired, and...
Oh, you say that like it's a hard thing to do.
Then fuck you. I'm there for...
It'd be like me saying, oh, Ronda Rousey could beat me up. Like, oh, yeah, no shit.
I compete for the fun. I'm not there to win, is what I tell myself.
That's what I would tell myself, too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even compete, so I can't talk shit. Or maybe I can.
Let's see here. Scroll.
What are we scrolling for, huh?
Just,
while you're scrolling, I'm going to talk about the...
What? What are you going to talk about?
The amazing dinner I just had.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
We got one of those dinner boxes. I forget what it's called. But we had a sesame ginger chicken. And, they just send you a clove of garlic, or a thing of garlic, a little bit of ginger. So I'm sitting there and I'm chopping it up. I'm chopping it the other way, just getting it real small, getting it all nice and tiny. And I do the same thing to the garlic, and Shelly's like, "How do you do that?" Just go chop, 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 chop.
Oh,
and then you turn the knife and you go chop, 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 chop. And she goes, "No, how do you open the garlic?" I was like, "What?" She goes, "How do you get the garlic out of the wrapper?" And I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Get the little skin off of it." So I told her, I put the clove down, and I just take the knife and I smack it.
Yeah, you do the blade smush.
And I peel it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I blade smush it.
You should have looked her right in the eye and said, "It's because I'm Italian."
It just falls off.
Yeah.
I speak the secret Italian phrase, and the resonance of my voice just sheds it off.
Yeah.
But I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" She's like, "If anything calls for garlic, I just go into the fridge and get the minced garlic out."
the little jar.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, okay."
I mean, I guess that's one way of approaching it.
It is. I was like, I wonder why that was in there.
And there she is, Julie Golub. I mean, it's one thing to be like a kick-ass shooter. It's another thing when you're hot, too. I mean, what the hell?
Whew.
Yeah.
Dibs.
She's married, unfortunately. Well, fortunate for one man, anyway. I mean,
you were what, 200 something people right now? Everyone heard me call dibs.
I mean, you think about that for a second. She's a veteran, a mom, a Second Amendment advocate, and the only person in the men's or women's leagues that has won Grandmaster championships in all 7 categories. Shotgun, rifle, revolver, every variety of handgun. Fucking hell. And a hunter.
I am very curious about what you asked about why it's separate. I really want to know.
That's the only thing that I have come up with is greater upper body strength, therefore, across the board, tend to have better recoil management, because lower recoil equals higher score, generally speaking, and better hand-eye coordination. That's all I can come up with. And it doesn't really seem to answer the question, because Julie Golub can kick the shit out of most male shooters, hands down.
Okay, let's take that into consideration. Greater upper body strength, all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't strength not really play so much of a factor into it as the ability to compensate for the recoil?
That's why I'm really shifty on it, because there are rail thin dudes who dominate in USPSA. They got little pipe cleaner arms, man, and they've just learned recoil management. Like you're saying, it's a skill, not a strength thing,
Hold on. Pink Salmon in the chat said, "You cannot call dibs on a person, Sin." Why? Says who? Exactly.
If you go to a bar and someone's your wingman, you can call dibs, which means you don't go hit on her, I go hit on her, and you're the wingman. It's like calling shotgun. It's a thing.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Luna, history would disagree, Pinky. Whew, brutal, but accurate. Yes, you can. It's called slavery or dating. I mean, that works too. So I finally set up a locals account.
I heard what you said, and I know what locals is, but for some reason I'm like, why are you fucking with Tinder? I don't know why my mind went there. I'm like, Shelly could be listening. What are you doing?
Not that Tinder.
No, I get it. I'm up to date. Long day, man. Long day. Hour and 45 minutes of sleep. It's fine.
Well, what is that? Polly blames being retarded on sleeping retarded or something like that.
You guys say that like it isn't a legitimate thing. It is. being hungover and tired? I'm not hungover, but like, I mean, are you trying to tell me if you got 2 hours of sleep after being drunk the night before, you're not going to be in diminished form the next day?
I exist in exclusively diminished form, so I'm not sure what. I'm not sure the differential there. What would Shelley say about Sin calling dibs on another lady? She would judge her and then decide if it's good or not.
Okay, that's one approach.
It's the one that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, fine. I guess fine.
You're conceding that you can't call dibs on a human being? Is that it? I don't know.
No, I'm conceding that you can blame saying something retarded on lack of sleep. I will not concede because you absolutely can call dibs on a person.
Oh, you didn't need
You
to
just
you didn't need to convince me of that. I already knew that you could. I don't need backup on that shit.
Oh, okay. I'm not arguing with you. I'm arguing with Pinky, apparently.
So here's the thing. I spent some time and did some rearranging. If anybody is so interested in feeling so generous that they're looking to hit me up with a donation, yeah, there's a whole bunch of new ones down there. New $2 one, new $3 one, new $4, new $5, new. Oh no, the 8 one. People have already seen that, but it's relatively new. New $9.25, new $10.25, new $11.25. Hey, I wasn't kidding when I said like 7 or 8 new donations, man. I meant it.
I made a new donation, but I don't remember what it's at.
Oh, and then new $75 one. But, that put it up there so no one would hit it.
Fuck, now I gotta go look. $6.99 is mine. Oh, it's the one I showed you last night.
Which one? You showed me the 3 or 4.
It's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that is a good one.
Would using a branding iron be calling dibs? A little abusive, but I guess, yeah. That takes a lot of balls.
Usually when people ask
man.
how
My
I'm doing,
cousin
the real
wanted to
answer
do
is
that.
I'm doing shitty. But I can't say I'm doing shitty because I don't even have a good reason to be doing shitty. So if I say I'm doing shitty, then they say, why? What's wrong? And I have to be like, I don't know, all of it.
All of it.
That's my cry for help
Usually when
collection.
people ask how I'm doing, the real answer is I'm
Nice.
Yeah. When people ask how I'm doing, the real answer is shitty. I just, you just can't say shitty because then they're going to ask why. What's wrong? And then you have to tell them the truth. Everything.
Why is Sin drinking non-alcoholic? I just had one of those fucking hard Mountain Dew things. What do you mean, why am I drinking non-alcoholic? Why can you see me?
That's probably the best question. Wait a minute. How are you seeing me? Thank you, Far, for the 925, who simply says, what?
Wah.
Yeah.
What were you?
Yahoo! Thank you much, Steel Showdown, for the $5. Evening, gentlemen. Testing out the new $5. It's a Merica Moment.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a Mac 10 with a suppressor firing at steel. And done by a redneck. What more could you ask?
That is probably one of my most enjoyed moments is shooting my Scorpion with a suppressor on it. Whoo!
Would you, Sin, do what that gentleman did there? Because he's got a Mac 10 and he has the auto sear. Those things are going for somewhere between 10 and 15,000. That stupid little gun part. Would you do it?
I want you to act the same way 2 days in a row. Ugh. I'm not gonna let you hurt me anymore. Ah!
Would I get an Auto Mac 10? No.
It's just so That's also part of my cry for help collection. M4 Sherman, thank you for the 1025. I saw this said something about women. I hope this is funny. Bard encounters the reality of women. I just want you to act the same way from day to day. Yeah, that's not going to happen. And you're going to end up dead trying to make it happen.
Yeah. That's true enough.
Elemented guide is just, what? What the
hell were we talking about?
Auto sears.
Oh, no, I'm not a big fan of automatic firing.
I would, if I had the money, yeah, I'd be down for the 15 grand to buy an auto sear for an M4. 3-round burst. Well, okay, like semi-automatic, 3-round burst, fully automatic. You're damn right. Yes.
Okay, on a rifle, maybe. On a pistol, no.
On a pistol,
on a rifle, I
on a pistol,
don't think
no.
I want it.
No. You know, like the Glock 18s or the shitty, completely unreliable fake auto sears that you can put on a Glock 17 to make them automatic. You know, like the one.
I do not.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
But like ammo's too expensive, and
Yeah,
I've seen enough movies to know that automatic weaponry never gets the kill. So I'll take my shot. I'll line it up. You know, they're going to jump out of the way no matter how quick I pull the trigger.
There it is. The Glock 18.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The little switch right there, that's the fun switch. It was one of the first pistols that Glock came out with, and it just, while you're holding the trigger back, it continues to fire. As the slide goes forward, it lets the striker go forward as well, which means another round fires. And the disconnector is only engaged once you release the trigger. So yeah, just Morpheus shot the hell out of one in Matrix Reloaded. It's a movie gun, if anything. Now, do you remember? They're rare as hell. Like, you can take a Glock 17 and modify it, illegally, mind you, to do that, and unreliably as well. An actual Glock 18 model, they're rare as fuck. Collector's items. A
Glock 18, that's police issue.
No.
Or at least was.
As an automatic pistol? They issued that to police? I don't think they did.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but...
Yeah, well, I don't know. I figured that they would have been used for security services as an option instead of an MP5. You know, you just want to spray and pray that you hit something.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the spray and pray idea.
No, neither am I. It's better to aim.
I want my shots to matter.
Yeah, no.
Ammo's too expensive to be fucking around.
Yeah. Remember when they caught Saddam Hussein in a spider hole?
Yeah, then they flushed him down the toilet, I remember. Took me a second to process what you were saying.
I'm still processing what you said. What?
They flushed him down the toilet.
No. They put him on trial and then the Iraqis hung him.
Oh, wait. Who the fuck am I thinking of then? The other guy.
Which... Not who. What? What are you thinking of at all? What the fuck are you referencing?
The guy they flushed down the toilet. They just threw him off the side of a thing.
Oh, Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, I thought they were the same guy.
That's... well... Fucking hell, Sinatra. Jesus Christ.
It's just one of those things where it's like, I keep forgetting that it's two separate people.
Very different people. And not that... Anyway, yeah, very, very different people. One guy is Saudi Arabian engineer who founded Al-Qaeda, you know, mastermind architect behind 9/11. The other guy was the
But both
brutal dictator of Iraq.
hidden spider holes.
Well, no. One was found in a spider hole. The other one was found in a compound in Pakistan.
No, they found him underground in a spider hole, hiding under the compound.
No, they didn't. They found him in an upstairs room using women as fucking human shields.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about then.
Jesus Christ. In any case, when they caught Saddam Hussein, the former dictator, president, whatever the hell, of Iraq, and it was on a...
Not the one they flushed.
That's right. Not the one they threw overboard, but the other one. Yeah, he had grown a big long beard, and he was hiding out in a farm in a so-called spider hole, which is a hole in the ground with coverings over top of it. And yeah, they found him in there, and he had a gun on him. It was a Glock 18. That was the gun he had. That gun ended up in George W. Bush's Oval Office on display.
That's kind of cool.
It's weird in a whole number of ways, because it's like, first of all, those guns, like an actual Glock 18, are rare. How the fuck did one make it over to Iraq? And it's like, yeah, well, I guess when you're a dictator of an oil-rich state and you can do whatever the fuck you want, you're going to manage to be able to black market source whatever the hell you want. You know what I mean?
You get to buy whatever you want.
Yeah. And whoever you want.
That's true.
So, and that gun makes it back to the White House, which is on display, kind of like trophy of war for W. What the fuck happened to the gun? Did he take it back to Crawford Ranch in Texas? I doubt it. So where is it? Well, I mean, it's not like it's personal property. If you ask me, it's probably ended up in the National Archives.
Well, the Clintons just took a bunch of shit from fucking the White House. Why can't Bush?
Sure they did. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
It's probably the one thing he took, too.
Yeah. Look up the fall of Saddam Hussein, man. God damn, Sin. For Christ's sake. Bin Laden was in a bedroom. Yes, he was. He was in an upstairs bedroom.
Huh.
Yeah. You got to learn your very, very recent history, man.
Yeah, that's true.
But
my mind is more full of Roman history and World War II stuff to give a shit about which guy flushed down the toilet.
Who shot whom when and how often and for what?
Yeah.
Well, I don't
know.
know.
Han shot first.
He did. What was I Oh yeah. I was thinking fucking
Talking about your new awesome donations at their various intervals.
Well, it's funny you say that, but yeah, Harrison Ford is part of a new donation. That's what I'm thinking. Han Solo. What the fuck was I talking about just last night? It had something to do with a
Oh shit. Mine's partially Star Wars too, I guess.
Mine isn't. It just has Harrison Ford in it. That was the connection that I made.
Oh.
Which Star Wars one do you have?
Yeah,
it is Star Wars. Of course. Yeah, yeah, right. It is. Yeah.
It's $6.99, kind of Star Wars.
Yeah, no, it is. Is that what you called it? Kind of Star Wars?
I haven't called it anything yet.
Was it just there as a question mark to signify that hit this?
Yes.
And that's why your channel is huge and mine stays the same. You know marketing.
That's how I annotate all new donations. Just little question marks.
God damn it. See, I gotta ask.
And then Chad gets to vote on what they think is a good name for it. Just Another Guy names a lot of my shit.
See? Now that's marketing. Fuck. I've never denied I don't know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to promotion and marketing, man. I mean, clearly my donations are better than yours, and clearly I'm funnier than you, but yet you demolish me.
That's really weird to say, considering I made yours.
Well, once they're in my possession, they are mine.
That's fair.
Yeah. Possession 9/10 of the law and whatnot.
I remember when they tried to do that back in this. Never mind. I'll just stop myself right there.
Darren Root, is there news? No, it's just gonna be me and Sin shooting the shit. It's the whole show, man.
Yeah. That's why it's called Noir meeting.
Polly won't monetize. Damn right. Never have, never will. It's like meth.
You should.
Not even once.
You should just passively let it ride.
I
got you. Good morning.
I don't know. How do you wake up?
Pretty much the same way without the wine.
Yeah? It's bourbon?
A little bit of crying.
Yeah. Like Butters on South Park says. I fall asleep to the sound of my own screams and wake up to the sound of my own screams.
It's a little bit of crying and a lot of and just anger at being awake.
Yeah. I love me some Roger. That's the way to wake up in the morning. I really felt
Roger.
Go ahead.
Roger's good, but the OG drunk has got to be Bender, man.
Yeah, he's a better surly drunk, because Bender's like angry and he'll bend you and twist you up and he wrecks things, like the episode when he became human, when he got the human body and turned into a total hedonist. Remember when they had to roll him off the stage? Woo! Yeah.
Woo! That's just gas escaping his body.
He actually died like an hour ago.
Roger is a mood. That's true. My favorite cartoon drunk has got to be Archer, though.
No, there is actually news. You want to get started with it? We can do that.
Sure.
Okay. Now, you know how much I love a sinkhole.
I do.
Yeah. I mean, look at my channel. You know how much I love sinkholes. This truck is going along. Boom! Right into a sinkhole.
This is a fear that lives in my mind probably.
Go on.
What was that?
What was what?
Oh, it's a train. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise?
You mean outside your house?
Yeah, because usually I'm at the studio doing the show, and I'm not. I'm at home. And I heard the train. I'm like, what the fuck? This is a fear of mine, whether it be well placed or not. I'm always worried that not that my car's going to get swallowed up by a sinkhole, but I'm going to hit it like a really bad pothole, and then it's like my axle's going to fall off.
Like that. I don't know why I find sinkholes so funny. It's like I was telling you yesterday.
Starting over. Stop starting over. Give up. Don't dream. Just stop working hard and let your dreams be dreams. You can't do it. Nothing is possible, and you're not gonna make it.
Is everyone enjoying my cry for help series of donations? Okay. Far, thank you for the $4. Who said, heh. And M4 Sherman for the 1125. Polly, you wake up to your screams? Man, I wish I was lucky like that. I wake up to either nuclear bioweapon or falling to my death in my dreams. I think I need help with that. No, I mean, it's, what do you think I'm waking up screaming about, man? Horrifying death. And,
Of course.
Fear of failure, that you can't make it. That's why Shia LaBeouf there sums up, well, my worldview. Let's just say it. You can't make it.
Well, my new donation's not a cry for help or one of my existential fears. It's just something I thought was cute and funny.
I love the idea of because it's like, I hope the earth opens up and swallows you whole. Someone will say is like a curse or what have you. It actually happens. The earth actually does open up and swallow people. That's why I think sinkholes are so funny. I mean, the death that comes from them and the destruction, that's not funny. It's just the earth really does open up and grab people. It's wow. And it's always no warning.
China or India or California.
Yeah, this was in Contra Costa County?
Was a what?
Contra Costa County.
Where the fuck is that?
That's a great fucking question. It's on Collar Canyon Road.
That's got to be Cali, right?
It could be Arizona. It's near the Alameda County line. Anyone recognize these names? Where KTVU Fox 2 is from?
I don't know why. Why are we getting news from China?
What do you mean? This isn't. You think China has a place?
Alameda County? That's China as fuck.
Alameda. Alameda is China as fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Are you doing okay over there? It's not.
I can't keep a straight face with my own bullshit.
Contra Costa sounds like some gun game shit. It does. Contra and whatnot. Up, down, left, right, BA. I know gamer shit. Really old, out of date gamer shit, but I still know it. Keep moving along. Okay. Just to show you, we're going to go with this story because we're not GOP simps here. We're conservative, but we're not GOP simps. Well, at least I'm not. Maybe Sin is, but I'm not.
Oh yeah, my long-standing love affair with the Republican Party is well noted.
They've done so wonderfully, especially in the recent election. And did they ever put a great speaker forward? Am I right? Fucking hell.
But I like to give credit where it's due. I have a thing tomorrow that, like, okay, maybe McCarthy's learning.
Well, fair enough. This guy,
I mean, I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
Yeah, I hear that. Cult of Krill, thank you for the tree fitty. The sinkhole did happen in California. There we go. Thank you, Cult of Krill.
Always California.
Yeah. The earth is opening up and swallowing people whole in California and China. Who's surprised?
And God is trying to wash it back into the Pacific Ocean. You guys don't have water. Stop trying.
No. First, up, down, left, right, BA, select, start. No. Up, down, left, right, BA. The Konami code, far. On Contra, it would give you 30 lives. I played NES. I know things. I find them out a couple decades after the fact, but whatever.
Yes, these are things.
Speaking of things that are things, former GOP candidate arrested in a series of shootings at lawmakers' homes. Now, did this guy lose the election and go blasting on people? Yes. Yes, he did.
Oh my God.
A failed Republican candidate who authorities say was so angry over his defeat, made baseless claims the election last November had been rigged against him, was arrested in connection with a series of drive-by shootings targeting the home of Democratic lawmakers in New Mexico's largest city. Solomon Pena, 39, was arrested Monday evening, just hours after SWAT officers took him into custody. Albuquerque police chief, dude, described Pena as the mastermind of what he says appears to be a politically motivated conspiracy leading to shootings at the home of two county commissioners, two state legislators between early December and early January. No one was injured in the shootings, but in one case, bullet passed through the bedroom of a state senator's 10-year-old daughter, for Christ's sake. Pena ran unsuccessfully. His person he was running against, his competition, Garcia, won by 48 percentage points. But we are talking about New Mexico, so that was only 3,600 votes. After the election, Pence showed up uninvited at the elected official's home with what he claimed were documents proving he had won the race. There was no evidence of widespread voter fraud. There's that phrase, widespread, right? Found in New Mexico in 2022. The shootings began shortly after those conversations. 4 men conspired with Pena, who is accused of paying them cash to carry out at least 2 of the drive-by shootings in stolen vehicles, while Pena pulled the trigger during one of the crimes, the Deputy Police commander said. They identified Penn as their key suspect using a combination of cell phone and vehicle records, witness interviews, and bullet casings collected at the lawmakers' homes. The arrest came 1 week after Medina announced they had identified a suspect in the shootings. He lost the election, so he went blasted.
The motherfucker said 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot. This is how people portray Trump as acting after the election. This is exactly how they portray him as acting.
Exactly. Like Far said, I'm sorry, drive-bys? Yeah, they just drove by and aired out their fucking houses.
I guess.
And he fucking, he was down to roll with him. Like, wow, Penna, what the fuck? Who the fuck?
Cult to Curl for 350. If you have a fear of a sinkhole, how do you feel about moving mud volcanoes? That's also California. It's called the Nyland Geyser. Okay, so here's the thing. Sinkhole that's big enough to swallow me up completely and I fall into the earth. I don't give a shit. I'm dead. It's not my problem. What I'm worried about is something happening where it like fucks up my car. And like I blow out 2 tires or my axle falls off. That's what I'm worried about. A moving mud volcano? Yeah, it's not my issue anymore. If I'm dead, I'm dead. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Would you say your 2 big fears are falling from great heights and drowning, right?
If I had to pick, I guess. Neither of those things really bother me that badly.
What the fuck were you complaining about on Noir Bar, where I was showing like one house that was like, right above the ocean and another one that was up in a fucking converted water tower, and you said both of these homes encapsulate 2 of my greatest fears, falling to my death or drowning.
Well, again, it's not falling that scares me. It's the impact that scares me. And yeah, I don't think anybody goes, oh, I'm not afraid of drowning. Nobody thinks that drowning is fun. But as far as like fear goes, I don't know. I actually don't have an answer to that. Honestly, I don't know what I'm afraid of.
In terms of ways of dying, you don't know what you're afraid of.
Yeah.
Dying of...
Maybe I'm just so cynical. I'm like, okay, well, now I don't have to pay taxes. It's all great.
Dying of thirst. If we're just talking about horrible ways, if we're talking about horrible ways to go, as I understand it, dying of thirst is one of the worst possible.
That's pretty bad. Probably like being overheated to death doesn't sound super fun.
It depends. If we're talking about like being thrown into a sun, well, that's fine. If we're
just dying of heat exposure.
Oh, like it's like visiting foreigner home in unnamed settlement 3562A. And just
that doesn't sound great.
No, not at all.
There's 1 bottle of water for the village to share.
Yeah. And the hottest days of the year are right around Christmas. Can you imagine dying of heat stroke on Christmas? Fucking hell.
Sanute's afraid of store-bought spaghetti sauce. Not afraid, I just don't acknowledge its right to exist.
So, wait a minute. You're trying to tell me every time you have marinara, you've got tomatoes you're making it from?
Well, one way or another, yeah. I don't go, I'll get the Prego.
Yeah, don't get the Prego. Prego's shit.
Whatever jarred sauce is there. No, it's always made, whether it's made and frozen.
Slurpee.
That's a real life simulation to Sinatra eating Prego sauce.
That's exactly it.
Thank you for the $13. All I'm hearing is Sinatra fears not death, but surviving.
Every day is a struggle.
Yeah. Let's talk about wanting death and fearing survival. Far told me about this asteroid app that just tracks near-Earth space rocks and how close they're coming. And she said, like, every day I'll look at it and it'll be like, maybe this will be the one. And I was like, wow, you're nihilistic. That's pretty fucking bad. What's the name of that app?
But and you know, they're
And
always like, "Oh, this is the closest one's ever come." It's like, "Oh, it's a half a light year away." Fuck off.
I went and downloaded the app, and I find myself checking daily. She like pulled me into that nihilistic app, man. Now I'm looking and it's like, oh god, this could be the end right here. Whew. And it's like, no, it's not even going to come close. Damn it.
Maybe I'll feel differently after tax time because I'm not looking forward to what's coming down the pipeline. Death might be preferable.
Dying alone doesn't sound fantastic either. No, Nurse Khaleesi, I agree with that, but it all depends on who your company is. I can think of some people that I would rather die alone than die with them.
Oh, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
That's another thing that people are like existentially afraid of is loneliness. No, man, you have to be happy with you to be able to like handle being alone.
You have to be okay with you to handle being alone.
Yeah.
So if you suffer from severe self-loathing, you're not going to be comfortable with being alone.
Exactly.
Well, I can't stand myself, and I'm fine with being alone. So in your face.
Well, then you've accepted who you are.
I've accepted what a scumbag I am. I'm resolved to it.
Might as well be. Were you there the other day when I showed the forms I got from Amazon and from Cash App?
Hold on, remind me a little bit more. I think so, because I've got like 3 friends that are having some serious
tax.
Cash App. Oh yeah, yes, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, the $600 thing was bullshit. It's not $600 that they're taxing you on. It's 10. Anything over $10, they're taxing your ass on.
I have heard a number of arguments as to why this is going on, right? But I cannot get away from federal government through the OMB have discovered that they are in the federal government, Biden's cabinet have heard from the OMB, and shit is far worse than they ever imagined. But they can't stop printing money.
The what?
The budget management office for the federal government.
Okay.
Right? That here's the state of things, here's the state of inflation, here's how much money we've got out there. This is our dealing with the Fed, like the Federal Reserve and et cetera. You know, that kind of thing. How are we going to do entitlement payments and et cetera? Discretionary funding, a lot of people get confused on that. It's only 15% of the federal budget. 85% of the federal budget is guaranteed funding. That's why they constantly have to raise the debt ceiling. It's not because of discretionary pork barrel funding. There actually isn't very much of that. The majority of the federal budget is made up of Medicare, Medicaid, pension, you name it. Go ahead and look up the graph on where the federal...
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
That's pretty good.
Far, that one was for you. That's a 1983 commercial. Well, outtakes from a 1983 commercial that didn't go well. Crossfire, $48.91. Thank you for the $2. Evening, Polly. I hope you and Sin are doing well this fine night. Some more game suggestions for you. Tales of Iron and Ghost of a Tale are both optimized for controller and very fun to play. Hold on. Ghost of a Tale. Just grabbing those names and pasting them into a sticky. I'm going to look them up later. Thank you.
All right.
And Far is just, fuck yeah. Far loves seeing people in pain. She's a little twisted, but we like her anyway.
Yeah, she's fine. She's good to keep around.
Listen carefully for the little... You can hear them. Oh, shit. Okay, where were we at? Oh, hey, Sin, here's one for you. Look at this. Get paid $1,000 to eat cheese before bed in the name of science.
Don't get my hopes up.
See, I was kind of hoping Drunkle was going to be here for this one, because this one was supposed to be yesterday, but there were you were there. YouTube ingestion wasn't taken. Live streams from OBS. Streamlabs wasn't up. The problems were just fucking endless. Apparently Disney Plus and fucking TikTok weren't working. TikTok wasn't working. What are hopeless, soulless 13-year-olds going to do with their time? Oh, no. But anyway.
Or me.
Or you don't have TikTok on your phone, do you?
Yeah.
In the name of baby Jesus, why?
Dude, I don't know what you think I do on my phone, but any poor Chinese man who is subjected to go through my shit is going to have to go to therapy afterward.
I'm not worried about the Chinese spying on you. I'm worried. Man, that's a brain rotter.
Yeah, my poops are much more enjoyable.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention drive-by candidate here. It's Pena, not Pena. Pena. Just another guy corrected me. You know, I actually have a second language qualification in Spanish on my transcripts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I couldn't order coffee.
Tell me something in Spanish.
I can't.
Oh.
I couldn't order coffee in Spanish.
Is this taxpayer funded? That's what the fuck I want to know. Because I want to know why my $10 is so important to Joe Biden that I have to get emails about it.
Oh, yeah, let's go back to that. I really think it's that they have had it explained to them that Jesus Christ, we are in such such a predicament. You know, how did Carmine Jr. on The Sopranos put it? We're at the crossroads of a precipice here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The things are that bad that we need as much money coming in as possible. All right, screw it. We're hiring 87,000 new fucking IRS agents to go after we're going to squeeze blood out of every turnip we can. We need money coming in. We need revenue. And by revenue, they mean tax theft.
Apparently there is a way somewhere where you can opt out of paying into, and then later on it automatically opts you out of receiving Social Security.
For Christ's sake, ham and beans. I was kidding. It's a saying. I couldn't order coffee. I know how to order. All right, never mind. Eso no tiene nada que ver conmigo.
Zutaloris.
But yeah, they're
I've been hardcore looking into that. Like, I'll opt out of Social Security. That shit's not going to be there when I get older.
No, it won't. It absolutely won't. If you want to be scared, look at a graph. Want to be worried about the future of the Republic, look at a graph of the entitlement payments as they're generally described. So Medicare, Medicaid, old age pensions, etc. Right? As they're going up, and then take a look at the federal budget and the years when they meet those two lines. You know what happens then? The U.S. government defaults. That's bad. Because that's when people start coming up and asking for, hey, you put all these bonds out on the international market. We'd like our money now. When the U.S. federal government actually defaults on its debts, that's bad.
I assume we're not too far off from that.
No. No, we're not. I don't understand the endless spending. The biggest source of money disappearing from the economy is, Sin, I'm sure this is going to be no surprise to you and to a lot of people in chat, remittance payments. You know, those things that Trump tried to stop? All the money coming from here, going south of the southwest border, down into Guatemala and fucking Mexico and El Salvador. It's people that live here sending the money out. Billions every year. And like, what? You got the Young Turks chunk Uyghur with the fucking, well, they pay taxes. They pay, first of all, they don't pay federal income tax. They don't pay state income tax. They pay sales tax. Okay, yeah.
So?
Yeah, so, exactly. What the fuck? Was that supposed to be a powerful argument? But let's talk about the fucking remittance payments, all the money that flows south. Billions disappearing from the fucking economy. That needs to be taxed and stopped. And I remember the president of El Salvador at the time saying, no, that can't ever happen. The man freaked the fuck out when Trump suggested he was going to crack down on banks and new federal laws and regulations to stop that. Why? They are absolutely reliant on it as part of their economy. There's that much money flowing in. If it were to stop, the government of El Salvador would collapse like a sinkhole. It's like pepper spraying kids is fine. It's fine. Crossfire at 48.91. Thank you for the $3. Also, a suggestion to help you get better with your mouse and your keyboard. Look into some strategy games, ideas. XCOM, XCOM 2, BattleTech, and Homeworld. These are some great games I hope you can enjoy. You know, have you ever played turn-based games like BattleTech, Sin?
Not really.
I've watched some playthrough and I'm like, this looks like it could be fun. But I don't know. Maybe not. It's like any of the Souls games. It's like, this looks like it could be fun.
Freedom.
But those people also know what they're doing because those games are difficult as fuck. You know what I mean?
I love the Souls games.
Yeah, it's not exactly the kind of fucking place that I want to drop into. I remember when I was talking to Platty one time and I said, and she asked me, like, what games like really caught your interest? And at the time, I said, outside of Western-themed games, I'm a platformer guy. They look like fun, especially because they're controller-based. Hollow Knight and Cuphead. And Platty started laughing at me and said, you picked the two fucking hardest fucking games for platforming that are available on out there right now. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, they are.
Much Sharp Fire, thank you for the $1. If the government defaults, isn't it a possibility that they could take everyone's bank accounts and pay off the debt forcibly? That's what the gold sellers keep telling me. Yeah, well, consider the source, Mudshark. Consider the source. We'll get back to that because I want to talk about the $1 trillion coin. Cult of Krill, thank you for the $3. This is my new favorite dono that Sinatra made. Yeah. Yeah, he's got good taste. It's
well, wait till you see mine at the $6.99. It's probably good for a chuckle.
Yeah, it is good, guys. Honestly, don't make me go hit it. But did you hear about the $1 trillion coin, Sin?
I have not heard of this. Are we just going to print trillions now?
Quite literally, yeah. It's let's strike a coin through the Fed, or the U.S. Mint rather, that will be a coin, one coin that is worth $1 trillion. And it will be held and then borrowed against to make all of these debt payments. Try and wrap your head around that.
How quickly is that going to get sent over to, what's his face?
Zelensky?
Yeah.
See, I knew that's what you were talking about. Fuck, we live in a cynical world.
Like, it's going to get sent right over. But this motherfucker better be the size of a manhole cover.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be ridiculously huge on purpose. And if the phrase voodoo economics doesn't mean anything to you, like didn't before now, it should now.
We're looking at sea otters.
6 of them here.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We're looking at sea otters.
Sion Shonen, thank you.
You know, it's like I'm irrationally angry at that. Like, I find that irrationally funny. Like, it's not like I can't even tell you why it's funny, but it is. Like, it just...
yeah, me neither. It's so stupid, but it's so good.
I told somebody about that, and they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Well, the Otter just says, hey, that's Obi-Wan Kenobi." It's like, "What's the joke?" Well, there's no joke exactly. It's just
Obi-Wan's pointing at the Otter.
Yeah.
The Otter's like, "Oh, that's Obi-Wan."
Just another guy with my reference to voodoo economics sums it up very, very nicely. So literally make money from nothing because of fractional reserve banking. Exactly. Fucking bullseye. The idea is like, The phrase social construct has become like really, really dirty for all the obvious reasons online. You know, penises are social constructs. Sex is a social construct. There are things that are legitimately social constructs, like a $5 bill. We all agree that it's worth $5. It has a certain amount of purchasing power. Why does it have that purchasing power? It's just linen with ink on it. Right? It has no intrinsic value. The only reason it has value, obviously, is because of the social construction that we agree that it has worth. You know, taking that concept but it's supposed to be worth something because of the economics of trading value between people, and therefore, if you take that to the worst possible extreme that you can, you have the $1 trillion coin. The government will just strike a $1 trillion coin and then borrow against it to pay off debts. It's like, but it's money out of nowhere. Why would anybody? You just deflated everybody's currency to the tune of $1 trillion. It's inflation in a single coin. People in our federal government are actually rationally discussing that as an option, man. That's the place we're at.
Considering gas is 3 times as high as it was 2 years ago, eggs are 3 times as high, milk is like 4 times as high. It's like, okay, so we're just saying fuck it then?
Yeah. Well, certain assholes in the federal government that think they could wave wands and make things better or go away or whatever the fuck by just throwing money at it, even when it's to the point of $1 trillion coin, yeah, they're there. Because they're not going to spend the $1 trillion coin. The idea is to borrow against that value, right? And then pay back into it.
There is no value.
You nailed it. There's value because it would be, again, like the $5. You can point at it and say, that's just a rectangle of linen with some ink on it. It's like, no, there is value because you can go somewhere and trade this for goods or services.
Freedom.
But if everybody just kind of goes along with the idea that the federal government now just has a new $1 trillion because they say they do, they, just another guy said, pulling money out of nowhere, which deflates everybody else's currency to the tune of $1 trillion. Fucking amazing.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, man. I just want to pay my bills.
Yeah. You tell him, Steve Dave, thank you for the $1.99. God damn it, Potato Dub. Not you, Polly. That's my name for your computer. If that ratio is absolute shit twice running and you don't smash the like button, then you best hope I don't find you fuckers. People tell me about my blood pressure. I'm worried about Steve Dave's blood pressure. He gets... For God's sake, man. Don't let the guy have a fucking coronary, chat. Hit the fucking like button, for God's sake.
Where? What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, there's a bunch of NHS stuff. But Drunkel's not here. So, oh, wait, we didn't talk about this. So this is an actual thing. They're paying people $1,000 to eat cheese before they go to bed because they want to run an experiment. The sleepologists, whatever the fuck, the sleep specialists, to see if cheese really does give you nightmares. You know that old wives' tale, right? Don't eat cheese before you go to bed. Don't eat.
I've never heard this.
Yeah, or processed meat, you know. Now, me personally, a prosciutto and provolone sandwich right before I go to bed, I don't have nightmares at all. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No, I actually have debilitating nightmares. You don't want to hear about them. You heard about the Colonel Sanders one.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I have very odd dreams.
Yeah, you have odd dreams. Right. Anyway, so yeah, to be included in this test, this experiment that they're running, not only are they giving you free cheese to eat every night, they're paying you $1,000 to eat cheese before you go to bed for 3 months. I'm okay with this. Look, one of my majors in undergrad was psychology, and they only gave us credits to join into experiments, and they were the lamest experiments ever.
6 of them here.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Looking at sea otters.
I gotta see this again? Question mark? Well, there you go. Thank you.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. So in the study that they did previously, because this is not the first time they've done it, 17% of people said their dreams seemed to be influenced by what they ate. What are you doing? Typing with your fucking clicky keys.
I'm typing with my clickers.
I'm aware. I can hear it. Everyone can.
Well, I'm trying to set up a stream on Twitch at some point in the future where I show off some of my action figures, and I'm talking to somebody that I'm trying to set it up with, and they just finally got back to me. So I said, okay, well, I don't know shit about Dragon Ball cards, but I can certainly make stuff up and make it sound legitimate.
So what you've done is provided more evidence as to why the K740 is the greatest keyboard ever made. Because I can type and you ain't gonna hear shit. It's the ninja stealth of keyboards.
I like for you guys to hear what I'm doing.
Now I know what
I like it when you can hear what I'm typing.
Listen to those big meaty sausage fingers pounding away. My God. Now I know
you can't
what
be this strong and have little dainty fingers.
Now I know what kind of mouse you have because I went on to show people in Discord. Sinatra actually owns this thing, and he says it's pretty good despite how ugly it is. And I'm thinking about getting
we talked about this on Noir Bar.
Exactly. I was saying like on Noir Bar, we talked about mice for like 45 minutes. It was crazy. And I pulled up this one mouse and said, can you, I was making fun of the way it looks. And Sinatra's like, Jesus Christ, that's my mouse. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. You actually own this thing? And then, but you convinced me that it's quality. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, what kind of keyboard do you have? That I don't know.
I have a Razer something.
That was their hottest model. The something.
I think the Ortana, maybe the Black Widow.
Razer. I'm going to have to look that up after the show. I'm actually curious as to what you're using. I mean, you got a NASA computer, you got a Transformer
super cheap
mouse.
at Walmart.
Really?
Yeah, this one, we were doing a Sunday stream and I knocked my beer over and spilled it on my old keyboard. And I just looked at Shelly and I gave her my card. I was like, go to Walmart and get me whatever keyboard they have. Bonus points if it's a Razer mechanical. And this is what she brought back.
Okay. And did you buy the same one for your office?
No, I got whatever, like high-end Razer Black Widow with the volume control and all that shit on the keyboard.
I don't know. You got like a $3,500 pre-built at the office, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering what at that point somebody would pair with it.
I got here, wait, look, I can tell you exactly.
I mean, my computer is Hammer. Shout out to Hammer. Fantastic guy. His former server computer. And it's a badass, and I'm really appreciative that he built it for me.
It is the Razer Black Widow V3.
Oh shit, now I got to see it. Black Widow what? V3?
V3.
Oh my God, this thing is gamer as fuck.
I like the clicky.
Look at this, guys. Let's all point and laugh.
I like the clicky.
It's not the clicky that I'm making fun of. It's the RGB glowy.
Oh, you don't have a backlit keyboard?
Excuse me, sir. I have the Logitech K740. You're damn right it's backlit. It's a light Tron blue. That's it. It doesn't pulse. It doesn't breathe. It doesn't do fucking Morse code through flashing. You can't signal other ships at sea with it. You can't sync it.
You
with
never know when you need to do that, first off. Second off, I have mine always set to fade.
When you hit a key, it lights up and then fades out?
No, that's like echo or something like that. It's constantly going through the spectrum very slowly.
Oh.
Like here, right now, we're at purple. And I'll tell you when it gets to purple again.
Yeah.
Don't wait. It's going to be a minute.
No, I'm not going to wait. This is my keyboard.
Well, that's nice. If you don't want to know if you can click a button or not.
What do you mean?
You can't hear that. You can't feel that. You don't get the
Excuse me.
Pushback?
Oh. This has just over 1/8 of an inch key travel. This is a typer's keyboard. It's because I do a fuck ton of word processing, man. That's why. This would be a terrible keyboard for gaming with. I openly admit that. And that's not what it's for. It is backlit, and I love it. I am such a fan of this fucking keyboard. The keys are...
We are back to purple.
Oh, nice. So it takes about, what, 30 seconds to fade?
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. It's like a minute or 30 seconds, just runs through the...
Look how thin.
That is nice.
Yeah. It's not like a get up and go keyboard. And like I said, yeah, I openly admit you wouldn't want to game with this thing. But when you're typing and typing fast, this has cut my typo rate by like 50%. And I'm a contractor and a writer, so yeah, I need something I can type on and not fuck up. So this thing rocks. The Logitech Wave. All right, I'll do it. Slowly turning into a Noir bar stream. But it is late night, so hey, fuck it. Whoa. Yo. That's weird. What do you think of that, Sin?
Oh. That's what Zach Morris typed on.
Really? That's what...
Like, you know, that was Zach Morris and Mario Lopez's keyboard from Saved by the Bell. That's the shit they probably had.
Hey, for all you know, that's the keyboard Darth Mando has, man. So don't, be careful. I love this separationist stuff because if you go look at, jump back, go over here. See this? This is the perfect arrangement right here. Delete, home, end, page up, page down. When you spend...
I'm going to go grab some water real quick.
All right. When you spend 3/4 of your time in MS Word, this is a glorious setup, guys. And I know, no one cares, but hey. I had one of those keyboards 15 years ago. You know what keyboards I hate? The split ones. You know what I mean? Where they're broken down the middle. Because those people paid attention in school like I wish I had done back in the day and learned to type doing the ASDF thing where you can touch type and not even look at the keyboard. My God, I wish that's one skill I wish I had picked up and held on to. Because I'm not doing hunt and peck, if you know what I mean, with just my 2 pointer fingers like a grandma or something. But I do have to look at the keyboard if I'm going to type. Then it's unfortunate. Oh, just another guy cares. Well, that's good. Oh, and Nurse Khaleesi cares. Well, fucking, thank you. I had people, I'll tell you why I'm saying that, because last Friday, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I think it was the way I was pronouncing something, and I talked about it for maybe 20 seconds, and I had people yelling at me in chat going, nobody fucking cares, Polly. I'm like, whoa, shit, okay, let's move on then.
Well, it's a good thing it's not chat show.
Well, yeah, I had been drinking. I don't know how long I've been talking about things that people don't care about. See? There. Piss doesn't care. There. Someone doesn't give a fuck. What is your mouse model number? I gotta bring it up, man.
G Thurs 52?
Thurs 52?
502. G502.
502. You guys got to see this. Like I said, it looks like a transformer. Yeah, there it be. Look at that thing.
Choop, 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 choop. Sir?
Yeah.
Wired?
Oh, yours is wired? There you go.
Hell yeah. I don't fuck with that wireless shit.
There you go. Wired. Now, I thought this thing was just intended to look gamer as fuck, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, until Sin started telling me about, like, the features and et cetera, and look at it from a different angle. It actually is really ergonomic and whatnot. Now I'm thinking about getting it. The bastard.
Dude, I love it. I have, I think, 2 or 3 of these unopened, strategically placed between my house and the studio.
MK Fenris, a Logitech, and it works? Ouch. But,
and that doesn't count the 2 that because I have one on this keyboard and one on my computer, and I have 2 or 3 unopened ones just around.
You know what the advantage of this thing is, though, right? Let's say that your desk gun isn't readily available, but somebody does burst into your office. It's got a nice stabbing fork tip to it.
And it's weighted, too, so it's probably a good melee weapon.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's not a lot of weight. It's 3.6 grams times 5, so 15 something. It's not a lot, but
Alamo Gulf Citizen, I have 2 of the 502s, and they're great, both wired and wireless. There you go. Fucking, and by the way, chat, this is not a cheap mouse. Like, I don't know what it is with Sin in his fucking... Like, Cape Canaveral could just run out of his office. I swear. It. Go ahead, tell me.
But yet I can't have a Google Chrome tab playing a video and stream at the same time. It's weird.
Isn't it lovely, chat, when somebody, like, names the problem they're having in their own statement? Google Chrome, the weightiest, slowest moving sloth of a fucking browser that you could possibly choose. Do you have any idea how many fucking scripts are running through that thing that are just embedded in the fucking browser itself?
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous.
No, I'm not saying don't use Chromium. If you like Chromium-based browsers, by all means. But there's like 5 or 6 options. Like Brave, for example, or Epic. I mean, don't Google Chrome. That's so 2012.
All right.
It's just...
We don't got to get bogged down in this, sir.
DuckDuckGo is nice. See, Nurse Khaleesi. She understands. She gets it. Because when I go to my homepage, what happens? Oh, look, DuckDuckGo. For the win. Okay, you're right. Moving on. We don't want to get bogged down. Okay. Man has testicle amputated after being clubbed by a truncheon-wielding riot cop.
Wow.
So he clubbed him right in the nuts. And, yeah, it had to go.
That sucks.
You're damn right. The man identified as 26-year-old French engineer named Ivan. So have you been hearing about all the riots going on in France? Well, nationwide protests, some of them turning into riots.
France is crazy, dude. Whoever the leader is coughs the wrong way, and they're just like throwing a garbage can through his window.
Well, this is over pushing the age of retirement up to when your pensions begin, I believe. That it used to be 62. Sam was explaining it in better detail than I could. It was at 62 around there, and now it's been pushed up to 66, or at least it's being discussed being pushed up to 66. Now, I'm not down for the kind of socialism that they run in France at all. And I'm certainly not down for the immigration policy that they have in France. Not that I'm very fond of our immigration policy, mind you, Sinatra.
Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah.
Canada's got more of a stringent immigration policy than we do.
Yeah, let that one sink in for good. How many places don't have a point-based immigration system that are Western liberal democracies? Well, the United States, yeah. And then you want to change it. It's like, oh, why can't we be more like the Nordic states, or more like Canada, or more like France, or more like every other? You mean every other country that is a point-based system for immigration?
And any other thing you talk about, there's a downside to it. Well, they have socialized health. They have no minimum wage. Well, they're better for immigrants. They have a point system. Like you just are talking shit.
I do know this with immigration systems in any Western liberal democracy are a quagmire of bureaucratic fuckery, labyrinth, Byzantine nightmares, isms. It'll be like, oh, we have a point-based system. Unless you have relatives in the country, unless. Do you understand what I mean? Like, there's like a million things that make up for it. It's crazy town. So generally, a lot of those countries have a point-based system. But then if you have relatives that are inside the country, it makes it a lot easier in some cases. Or just outright, yeah, you could bring over whoever you want up to a certain number. The list goes on. The one that blows my mind the most is the suggestion that, oh, well, Donald Trump and having, like, English language proficiency is being racist. Remember that whole bullshit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is racist. The American immigration system already is racist. You know how? It's racist as fuck the way that it's been for decades. We have a visa lottery system. Only certain countries are on that visa lottery system, and they're all non-white majority countries. There. It's inherently racist already. So fuck you.
And they told anybody fleeing communism that they're not allowed to claim refugee status.
Yeah, and if you're...
Kamala told the Cubans don't come. They have a hard time letting the Venezuelans in.
Yeah. And any persecuted minority, yes, if you are a refugee because of your who you are, your identity, whatever, you're being persecuted and wiped out, you obviously count as a refugee in a war zone. Yeah, America will welcome you in. Unless, of course, you're a Middle Eastern Christian or a North African Christian. In which case, we can't let you in, even though you're all being wiped out systematically. Because that would be preferential based on religion.
Full stop.
Yeah. Yeah. That one blows my mind. It's like, well, we can't show preference based on religion. It's not showing preference based on religion. It's showing preference based on their likelihood of being fucking murdered. I mean, there were lots of Christians in Iraq. There aren't anymore. What happened to them?
No.
Well,
yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. Where'd they all go? Well, they must have evaporated. It's not our problem. Great. So anyway, man has testicle amputated after being clubbed in the nuts by cops who are trying to, people are out protesting. People are out rioting over this. Hey, if I paid 60% plus income tax, and now was being told that my pension will only be activated if I work up to another 5 fucking years, I'd be pissed too. I mean, talk about a false bill of goods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a pretty big leap.
Yeah. But, in good news, sea spiders they discovered in Australia can regrow anuses and sex organs. So there's hope for the nutless man.
Yeah. You just got to figure out how to turn them into a sea spider.
Yeah. Well, they figure that researchers have speculated that arthropods' ability to regenerate lost limbs may hold the key to treating human amputees or, cyballs, whatever, through the case of sea spiders. Their regrowth will not always go according to plan. Yeah, look at this guy. I mean, this is how Doc Connors became the lizard, so you want to be careful. He only had one arm.
Hey, we never said it would grow back in the right spot. We just said it would grow back.
Well, yeah. Nobody wants a ball off their forehead, though.
Do you want a ball or not?
Quit complaining. Daily Mail. Look at this headline. Toxic Andrew Tate moans about cockroaches, lice, and bedbugs as he languishes in Romanian prison on rape and human trafficking charges. What did you fucking think of Romanian prison was going to be like, Tate?
I'm just shocked that he thinks anybody gives a shit.
That's a very fucking valid point, actually. Well, he does have his Hustlerversity fanboys on Twitter, and they're not a small amount of them.
Did you like the video I sent you earlier?
Yeah, I did. Oh my God. Yeah, it was in mid-vape when that happened. Do I believe there's cockroaches, lice, and bed bugs in Romanian prisons? Yeah, you'd actually have to work pretty hard to convince me that there isn't.
I thought Andrew Tate was bald. What's he worried about?
That's a fair point.
I guarantee you he shaves every inch of his body.
Think he's one of them dudes?
Oh, God, yeah.
He sent a message to his followers titled, "My first email from imprisonment." They will remain in custody.
I want to know why they let him keep his phone.
I think he probably wrote a handwritten letter to his Twitter person who just wrote a twit longer or whatever the fuck. I'm guessing.
Whoever's got his phone is twitting.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely. And twitting in his name, like as if it's him saying it. The Matrix came for me. They sent their agents and blah, blah, blah. Like, fuck off. Okay. You want to see a drunken driver crash into a fucking dentist office?
I have never wanted to see anything more.
Yeah. Kind of a little bit of a refresher, huh? Hold on. Let me
Little palette cleanser.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is change it to smoothness so you can actually see it. How about that? There you go.
That'd be nice.
All right.
Jeez.
It shows it slow. So it's all good. Let's go large here. Look at that. Fuck.
Dude, he hit the whole fucking building.
Yeah, he backwards or side kind of. The rear quarter panel is what did the brunt. So let's just watch it again. Look at
Was it like icy or something?
The street does look wet. I don't know if it's like slick wet from frozen ice or whatever the fuck, black ice.
Ooh, frozen ice.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. Here we go. One more time. Then go. Jesus.
God damn.
Don't drive drunk, guys. Seriously. It's one of the easiest problems to avoid. You might crash into a dentist, and you don't want that. So, moving on to other things. It's fucking spinning! Yeah, exactly. You want to know what my guess is to what happened there? The guy's drunk. He's driving. And as people who are drunk are wont to do, crazily overcompensated. He felt it slip a little bit, and so instead of just kind of correcting, he spun the fucking wheel like it was like he was on an old-timey sailing ship. Major overcompensation, and spun right the fuck out. Boy.
Yar.
Yeah.
Dentist office port side.
So on to the serious news. Declassified documents found in Pence's Indiana home. They all take documents with them. They all do.
I love that they're trying to normalize it now.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the back and forth where Trump did it. Holy shit, major investigation, atomic secrets. He's probably going to sell it to the Chinese. Anyone could have access. They were right to raid Mar-a-Lago, blah, blah, blah. Until Biden has multiple depositories all over the place, including the Center for Chinese Graft. Just crazy town. The amount of documents that this guy has. So they enter into spin mode. Not unlike the DUI driver. Crashing accordingly.
Well, almost exactly.
It's like, oh, well, it's different. And here's the reasons why. Go watch Sin's video to explain the hypocrisy. It's well done. But now they're going back to it where it's like, well, Pence has some too. Wait a minute. But you shouldn't care, right? Because he immediately turned them over?
Well, that's the thing is, do we care now?
See what I mean? It's like, now we should care again because Pence had some. Well, wait a minute. If we care because Pence had some, shouldn't we care because, the current president had some, dating all the way back to his days in the Senate from the fucking 80s and 70s? That's how long this guy's been fucking just walking out with fucking top secret documents? No, we shouldn't care because Trump did it. Or Biden did it. No, it's you're going to catch whiplash trying to understand when you should care and when you shouldn't.
I think, personally, that I'm over giving a shit about this.
About the document thing?
As a whole, until they honestly discuss what happened with Biden, I'm not listening to anything they have to say about it.
Oh, Xenoshodan asks, did he live? Yes, he did. The drunk driver who crashed, yes, he lived. Because he just kind of took out a bunch of fucking poles and awning supports and glass. Like, yeah, glass flew fucking everywhere and it's a ridiculously dramatic fucking crash. But no, it's not like he went into a concrete reinforced wall or something. He just took out picture windows. Yeah, I'm past the point of caring until I hear them talking about, oh, well, potential charges for Donald Trump coming up. That's when I start caring again, like getting angry. It's like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. You're proceeding with this now?
Of course they are, because Orange Man bad.
We're looking at sea otters. 6 of them here.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We're looking at sea otters.
It's still funny. It's...
What?
Well, your donation. It's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi played.
Oh, it didn't pop through on my end.
Check your Streamlabs.
Huh. Pence threw a lifeline to Biden to distract Biden from being a POS. Pence is a swamp creature. It could be. They did say he did turn it in.
And did it on his own, too. If one wants to think that way. Yeah, out of a, quote, abundance of caution, he sent his own lawyers to go through his documents to ensure that he didn't have any. And it turned out that he did. Because the word around the campfire is Pence is getting ready for a 2024 run.
He probably is. Honestly, he probably is getting ready. He probably won't make it far anyway.
Well said. He won't make it far. Yeah, I think he's going to take a shot and he'll do okay, but I don't think ultimately he's going to make it because it's just going to be nonstop talk about conversion therapy. It's the cloud that'll follow him for the rest of his life.
It really is.
Yeah. Keeping in mind, Sin, what did he actually say? Do you know?
Pence?
Mm-hmm. Did he regarding conversion therapy? Do you know what he said?
No, I do not know.
It's so stupid. Like,
what did he say?
It's like, let's say that we're all 100% against conversion therapy for the sake of the discussion, right? Okay. He said, if taxpayer money is going to be used and spent for abortions, and we are going to call it healthcare, and it's taxpayer money that we know is going to be used for abortions, and we are authorizing that as Congress, then there are other groups that are doing things that we should be spending tax money on as well that other people don't want their money spent on, like conversion therapy.
That is stupid.
The controversy around a statement like that, yeah, it sounds like a comparative statement that he was making, doesn't it?
It sounds like he was just trying to draw a connection, but
because conservatives, writ large,
right-winger,
generally speaking, do not want their tax money spent on abortions. That's crazy. Abortion on demand, and we pay for it as part of healthcare. That's crazy. Is a widely held, though not universally held, conservative position. All right. That's why we shouldn't be funding Planned Parenthood, because they are demonstrated repeatedly using taxpayer money to fund abortions. And they're like, no, this is a no-no. If you want to pay for it, you pay for it, as opposed to us paying for it. I don't want my money spent on that. And there's lots of other people that would be, I don't want my money spent on conversion therapy. This is insane. That shouldn't even be legal. Yeah, you see how a bunch of different people have a bunch of different opinions where they don't agree, but the one thing they agree on is don't spend my tax money on that shit? That was the point I think Pence was making, in my opinion. And somehow that turned into, we need to electroshock 12-year-old gay kids.
People watch too many movies.
Lisa asked, that's it? Yes, that is it.
People watch way too many movies, but that's the thing. And I think that I'm probably going to get a little bit of hate for this, but I think that conservatives, especially, the Mike Pence-esque people, the Trumps, they know that whatever they say can be spun a million miles away from what they said. So they should probably avoid talking about stupid things like even just saying conversion therapy.
Yeah.
In something that taxpayer funded. You just want to avoid that whole topic.
Yeah. And it reduces our politics to the level of people running for the office of the chief executive, commenting on local crime issues that are handled exclusively by the state, in terms of, if you get caught, you'll be charged by the state. If you get sentenced to death, only the governor of the state can offer you clemency, et cetera, right? And somehow the chief executive of the federal government, during their campaigns, are commenting upon extremely local, exclusively local issues like that. That's where our politics have gone. And don't mention these various fucking things. It's ugly. It's stupid. It's like, let's not talk about how much money are you willing to spend on a proxy war over in Eastern Europe right now. What evidence do you have?
Apparently,
that,
a lot.
Well, yeah. Do you even know what accounting of the money that's been spent and the military material that's been sent has been actually used against Russians? What accounting do you have?
30%.
I mean, there's a solid question, right? And it's like, oh, I think the majority of it. How do you know that, Senator? How do you know that, Governor? I think those would be excellent fucking questions. No one's going to ask that, though. Said it before, and I'll say it again. I would rather have the winning teams from high school debate clubs conducting presidential debates than news entertainers doing it.
Same. Chris Wallace is an embarrassing dude, and after what he did with Trump,
oh God,
we should all just know that.
Chris Wallace, fucking George Stephanopoulos, are you fucking kidding me? These news entertainer political pundit hacks, fuck them. Like I said, high school and college debate teams should be doing it.
We shouldn't have people up on the stage running interference for one candidate or another.
Yeah. And guys like Don Lemon claiming that they're registered independents and that they are objective newscasters, and these are the guys putting questions to political candidates. You have to be fucking kidding me. And to run a presidential debate, who do you have to be? Well, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, Fox News. What are you fucking kidding me? You got to be a corporate news entertainment outfit? Well, who the fuck runs this shit? Well, the Committee on Presidential Debates runs it. Well, fuck them.
That should be the overall opinion of these people is, fuck them.
Okay, here's a story for me because it's just fun. You ready? Police say Dodge City officer involved shooting suspect is wanted for a Phoenix homicide. Now, there's some details. You ready?
I am ready.
In Dodge City, Kansas, one person is dead and 5 others, including 3 deputies, were injured following a shooting in Dodge City on Monday. The Kansas City Bureau of Investigation say that the deputies from the Clark County Sheriff's Office observed a blue Toyota Tundra driving through Minola? Whatever. The Tundra matched a description of a vehicle connected to a double homicide up there in Phoenix, Arizona. Deputies chased the vehicle north towards Dodge City. Ford County Sheriff's Office deputies, Kansas Highway Patrol, joined the pursuit. So let's just be clear about this, okay? The Ford County Sheriff's Office chased a Dodge, chased a Toyota into Dodge City. Okay. Yeah,
I'm writing a country song right here.
I've got the sense of humor of a 12-year-old, but it's funny to me, all right? Okay. Once the suspect's vehicle came to a stop, gunfire was exchanged. The shooting occurred on U.S. Highway 50 and Road 113, also known as Wider Boulevard. The KBI says the suspect, one Leroy D. Malone, 39, was hit multiple times by gunfire and was pronounced dead at the scene. Another woman received multiple gunshot wounds and was transported to the Wesley Medical Center in Wichita, where she's still in critical condition.
Wichita.
Hell yeah. 2 deputies from the Ford County Sheriff's Office were also shot. One deputy was transported to the Wichita Hospital with serious gunshot wound injuries. He is currently in the intensive care unit. The second deputy was treated for shrapnel injuries. I love that they're shrapnel injuries. They're not certain whether it was a bullet case, a beer can was hit perhaps, maybe some car metal. No one's certain. He is currently in the intensive care unit. A deputy from the Clark County Sheriff's Office was shot twice and was transported to the Wichita Hospital. He is currently in serious condition. And now finally, a KHH trooper was bitten by a police canine during the shooting. He underwent surgery, and
Wow.
he is in good condition. Now, KSN News is learning more about the suspects from Arizona. According to the Phoenix Police Department, Rob Schreier, sounds Jewish to me, just around 1 p.m., Sunday, January 22nd, officers responded to the report of an injured person. Upon arrival, the PPD said the officers found 2 people had been fatally shot. They were identified as 28-year-old Cameron Brown, 27-year-old Asa Rebel, Iasa, whatever. Phoenix police say that 2 small children were found in the house unharmed and uninjured. Yeah. According to Phoenix NBC affiliate KPNX TV, police identified the suspect as 39-year-old Leroy D. Malone and determined a woman was likely traveling with him. Phoenix detectives contacted agencies nationwide, and the information about the man and the woman came along with a case explanation. Now, of all of the people that were shot, I mean, we're talking deputies, we're talking, suspects down there on Wyatt Earp Road, right outside of Dodge City.
Oh, boy.
The Kansas Bureau of Investigation, the Clark County Sheriff's Office, the individual investigators from the deputy's office, they're all confused as to what the fuck happened. They have no idea. I mean, hair lips of governor, they don't know. But there's one thing they all agree on. That dog was a good boy and didn't do nothing.
They always are.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I am a big fan of Western history. They had a shootout in Dodge City on Wyatt Earp Boulevard. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Really? That made my day.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Made my fucking day, man. Okay, Sid, look at this for a second. Suspicious truck outside Cleveland Courthouse causes evacuation. There it is. That's it. The guy parked up on the sidewalk, so they thought it was like a truck bomb or something, so they evacuated the whole building until they found out it was just some asshole who parked.
I saw this on the news.
This story is
there's like breaking news. The courthouse downtown has been evacuated. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, oh, there's worry that it's a bomb threat. I'm like, whoa, why? And then like later on, it's a truck. What the fuck?
Just some asshole who parked like a fucker. That's it.
That's an old truck too. Somebody just wanted to run in and pay their ticket or whatever.
Well, what the hell happened? Well, that was weird.
30 and it's not even 30. It's fucking colder than that.
That guy wanted to get inside fast for some goddamn reason. Police seized record amount of marijuana during Logan drug bust.
Oof.
So.
And Fireball.
And Fireball. You know, and a shitty machete.
99 bananas.
His crappy little fucking whatever the fuck. Gang text tat. Whatever, right? He's got pen fillers for his Nick pen, right? And all that marijuana.
And tampons.
Yes. And a Ruger LCP. This was found in the bedroom of a 16-year-old, Sin.
It's got to be, right?
No, they did. No, I mean, seriously, that's the actual story. They found 25 pounds of pot after officers witnessed a suspected drug deal buy in the parking lot of a Logan department store. Logan City Police, he's been, he couldn't, this guy who's been with the department since 1997 said he couldn't remember law enforcement ever confiscating this amount of drugs in Cache Valley. Happened in place. The marijuana was reported to have a street value of more than $75,000. So they began trailing the vehicle with 2 individuals inside. The suspects allegedly made another buy as police were watching from a distance. The car then stopped, where the 16-year-old suspect got out. Frankie said later that they initiated a traffic stop with the car, arresting William Jeffrey Reese, an 18-year-old Providence man inside, and they found evidence of drug buys, which allowed them to get a search warrant for the 16-year-old's home, where they found all this shit.
Dude, put it in your basement.
I love he's got jars. He's got every kind of bag you can imagine. The Ziploc with the zipper, right? And he's got like this.
That doesn't even look like good weed either. Fuck it. It looks terrible.
Yeah, it's not connected in nice, tight little buds. It just looks like seed weed. You know what I mean?
That is some downtown brown. That's what we call it here.
And I love the police officers trying to, oh, look, machete and gang material. And there was a gun. The 16-year-old had the gun? No, the 18-year-old. Oh. And like, this is their big bust, right? The empty bottle of Fireball.
Guns.
Yeah. They even bothered to put the empty bottle of Fireball in there because he was under 21 and drinking, obviously. Well done, Logan.
It's not the Fireball. It's the 99 bananas that gets me.
Yeah, this is some sorority girl drinking going on right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a dude who's like, I'll smoke you out if you suck my dick.
25 pounds. Weak. Well, yeah, and the guy can't remember having worked there since 97 of a bigger drug bust. Like I said, real happening place.
It sounds like the cool spot to hang out.
No. Okay. You want to see how to break in a car with 2 plungers?
Yes, I've seen this video and I have any questions maybe you can answer.
Okay. So, you put 2 toilet plungers there, right? And you're doing it because there's a baby inside the car, not because you're trying to steal what's inside the car. So you get yourself some blue duct tape, and we're going to skip ahead. You put the tape all on the bottom of the 2 plungers, right? Skip ahead. All on the bottom of the 2 plungers. Okay. And then... and you can get the baby.
Okay, how many people just have 2 plungers in their fucking car?
Well, you don't? It's part of my emergency kit. I was ready to go. How else are you going to dig yourself out of some snow without a plunger?
I guess very slowly or with my spade.
Yeah, I've got one of them little...
Or 4x4.
I've got one of those little 2-piece shovels and a towing strap. So it's like, if anybody comes by with a truck, it's just like, hey man, do you mind if we wrap this around your trailing hitch? And so you can like yank me out of this little spot I'm in with my shitty little fucking front wheel drive 4-cylinder sedan.
I'd pull you out of the ditch, Polly.
I appreciate that. But I've got all the things though. I'm ready to go, man. I got the kitty litter. I got the, I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I got
the kitty. I got all that stuff. I have a spade. I think that could probably come out though. Honestly, I think the spade can come out.
Well, I don't know. Keep the spade because you want to dig down because if you get like real like halfway up, well, you're in a truck, but if if I'm like halfway up in my tire, I want to like dig it out before I throw the kitty litter down. You know what I mean?
Fair. Yeah, that's fair. I've been contemplating whenever I have extra cash. So next time we elect a Republican, I want to get a wench for the front of my truck.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And I was talking to my buddy about it. He's like, well, how much do you want it to pull? And in my head, I'm like, I want to be able to pull a door out, but I'm like, enough to get my truck up out of a ditch. I can like wrap it around a tree or something.
Lisa asks why kitty litter. It's full of salt and it's gritty gravel. Will give you traction when you're stuck in snow and ice. When your wheels are fucking spinning, you can put it in front or behind your wheel, which direction you're trying to go, and it'll give you traction on the snow to get some momentum going to push out of where you're at. And it's cheap as shit, right? So
yeah, it's super cheap and it's pretty heavy, so it's good for it's good for what you need it for. The salt, the surface area of the overall the granular horse shit of it.
Yeah.
And it's also a good weight to keep in the back of your truck.
Yeah, if you want to weigh it down fuck sandbags, just buy kitty litter because you might need it for another purpose, like getting the fuck out when you're stuck. And it will never go badly, so there's the other thing. It's kitty litter. It's not like it's going to degrade on you or something. You can just always have it in your trunk and you're good to go. Yeah, I've got that back there along with a baseball bat and a mitt and glove because, you know, that's what the bat's for.
Yeah, of course.
Right. And then in addition to
I have a sword for zombies.
Uh-huh. And then my super large EMT first aid kit inside of a Pelican case. Because
I have a very tiny EMT kit.
do you? I have that just because, you know, I love like equipment. You know what I mean? It's
You're gonna have to send me which one you have. It might be time for me to upgrade because, and I'm not saying this, part of my EMT kit is a zip tie.
it's a zip tie. Well, you'd get a kick out of the one that I have. Like it's a blaze orange Pelican case. You know what I mean? That has the pull-out foamy squares, so you can fit stuff in there.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
I've got an intubator in there. I've got a fucking suture kit in there. I'm ready to do like battlefield trauma surgery. Not that I should be, but I'm ready.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me this thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. Moving along. Student accidentally broadcast racially based comments during an ultimata, whatever the fuck, high school basketball game. So he didn't realize he was on the mic, and he was on a hot mic, taunting the players from the other team.
Oh no!
Yeah. So like everybody's apologizing. Schools that didn't even do anything that are in the same district are apologizing, right? And so I'm like, I want to hear what he said, because I got a dark sense of humor like that. It's like, really? It must have been pretty bad if schools that weren't even involved or apologized. So I go looking for the video of it. Couldn't find it, because what immediately came up with was California schools speak out as students' racist comments during basketball game. This is the same time, but a different school. It's a different story.
Oh boy.
What the fuck
Khaleesi
is...
said, how do you have an intubation kit? I have an intubation kit. It's in my bug out box.
Yeah, how do you have an intubation kit? I look at that, 4 question marks. I'll tell you later. It's, yeah. You never know. You might need to intubate. I mean, you know.
And failing an intubation kit, I have a pen and a knife.
Yeah, there's a scalpel in my kit. And it's one of the sterile ones where you rip it open and it's in...
Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my knife is very clean, I have learned recently.
No, I mean like they're all the sterile rapid act, like the scissors and the knife, the scissors and the scalpel and the intubation kit and all of those things are all inside of the easy tear open packages that are sterile inside, and it's just got the 2 flaps, so you just tear it open and don't drop it on the ground because it won't be sterile then. Oh shit, I missed one 43 minutes ago from Crossfire 4891, excuse me. Thank you for the $1. Sin Glowy confirmed. Quick chat. Send in the Otter Marines to back Pally up. You're glowy, man. Did you know that?
My keyboard is.
Yeah. No, I think it's because your comments in and around the Biden document thing. Doc, thank you for the $1. I'm sorry, did you say intubator? My EMT-tism is tisming. I need more information. Yeah, I did the EMT thing for a while, so I you know, it's funny, Cult of Krill. I actually do have the eye rinse for pepper spray in there as well, and smelling salts, and
oh yeah, you need those.
Yeah, and Narcan.
Yeah, I just throw that one away.
You throw the Narcan away?
Yeah.
Because if they're ODing, fuck them?
More or less.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Don't interfere with Darwin. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, no. So this guy's overdosing. Oh.
I see your caring has been activated. Cult of Krill, thank you for the $3. Pelican cases are shit. My company uses them to transport highly sensitive, complex tools for high-end biotech equipment. They are awesome.
You think he said the shit?
He did. Wow, that changed everything. Fuck. Pelican cases are the shit. Yes, he did. He did say the shit. I was like, hey, okay, I'm waiting for you to name the better brand there, Cult of Krill. Yeah, okay, my fault.
No, Pelican is solid.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know the thing I like the most about them? People talk about the pressure equalizer, which is pretty cool. The crush-proof corners, also very cool. But for me, it's how the tabs, you have to have the buttons on the inside. We have to press them down to open up the flap locks. Do you understand what I'm saying? That there's nothing that can grab it and open it up because the gasket pushes down so damn tight that, you know, all you got to do is just push it a little bit with your finger and the thing will fly open if you're buying a cheap knockoff one. Unlike the Pelican ones where you got to push the buttons in, then you can unlock it. Love it. That's one of the best touches about a Pelican, man. In my opinion. Let's see. Oh yeah. So, California schools made racist comments during it. Now, I went looking for this video and I couldn't find it. However, the words chains, cage, and monkey were used.
Oh, ranting monkey's getting a little bit kinky, huh?
Well, I think we could take a wild guess as to what he was talking about.
Yeah, I think I figured that part out.
Right. Clarence council member threatens to call police after questioner quotes his controversial comments. That's right. Somebody showed up to ask questions during this council meeting and said his own quotes to him, at which point the man became incensed at his hateful comments and threatened to call the police.
I hate these people.
This is politics in 2023. So down in Australia here, right? I didn't know if you knew it, but like China's like buying up Australia, like they're buying up Africa as best they can. They're not, thankfully, Australia's slowly starting to realize it's a good idea. So here's this marina area that looks just like this, and this is what they want it to look like afterwards. The Chinese Development Company.
We should stop. No, okay, let me rephrase that. We need to stop letting China buy real estate in our countries.
You think? When even Canada puts a hold on it because of the destruction to housing prices, their wildly inflated housing prices they got in Canada because they got entire apartment buildings that are purchased by Chinese holding companies where there's no one living there. So they had to introduce occupancy laws. And they did that in Washington, D.C. too. Is that you cannot own a place and have zero occupancy in the building because it's super expensive real estate. So foreign countries come, especially China, will come in and buy a whole tract of townhouses and then have nobody there. They're just buying it to have wealth invested in very high value real estate, especially in DuPont Circle and other historic neighborhoods in the district and stuff like that, and have nobody living there until the DC City Council passed occupancy laws. If you're going to own a house, you have to like let someone live there or sell the thing because we have a housing crisis and it's pushing up. It's like removing a whole bunch of livable areas, right? Obviously what remains is going to jump in price. And it's like, okay, it's fine for you to use all of your, because it's not like you can buy up stuff in China. The government owns everything. So Chinese billionaires that are fucking making their fucking money off of government bureaucratic fuckery, where they're getting paid off to the side, they take their money and do what with it? Go buy up real estate in foreign countries like the United States. Nice, huh?
It's really a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So anyway, this is what's going on, and they're looking for a time extension to make a decision on it. The council last night rejected the Chinese developers' request for extra time to consult the community over its modified development proposal, which was rejected by the council last month. No, you cannot have more time to come back and give us another idea. It's okay, kid. I've got wipes for that. It's going to burn like hell, just not as long. It's fine. You got any money on you? They're $20 each. Doc, thank you.
Did you make this kit yourself, or is this something you bought?
No, I don't ever buy a first aid kit. Unless you want a really basic, like, fanny pack one or whatever that just has gauze and pressure bandages and whatnot in it. If you know what I mean. Always just buy the separate stuff. Because it's going to be full of shit you don't need. If you know, what you need is a lot of pressure bandages. You need gauze. like crazy. You need, antibacterial wipes. You need clothes cutters. Certain things. Yes. Intubators, of course. I'm just kidding. If you don't know how to use an intubator, don't buy one. You also need an automatic external defibrillator. Always keep your battery charged. I'm kidding. Don't get one of those unless you know how to use it. I put it together myself. I bought a separate Pelican case that was blaze orange when it was on sale, and then put a giant cross on it myself that was a decal. And then put all the stuff that's in there. Like I said, it's got the little foamy squares that you pull out. So when I open it up, everything's in there nice and tight, moisture sealed, perfect.
There was a point in time, at least here, when we were taught, like everybody in my school was taught to use an AED machine.
Really?
Yeah, a long time ago, but yeah.
Yeah, they're not cheap. Doc, thank you for the $3. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on this intubation thing. Do you mean a crick kit, or are you prepping to sling some tubes and bang some dudes? Huh. I don't know if I want to answer that question. Seems like a setup.
It does.
I'm suspicious. And you never mind why I've got body bag ponchos in my EMT kit. Because sometimes you didn't get there in time.
Yeah, that I'm chalking up to not my problem.
Yeah. Well, I remember that joke came out, and I still have that T-shirt when I was doing the EMR emergency medical responder level training. People really like that donation too much. It's weird. The T-shirts B&B, Band-Aids and body bags. That's what you're going to spend most of your time doing, is giving people Band-Aids or body bags. The odds that the rare time that you're needed to do chest compressions, et cetera, is very far and few in between. You either show up and everyone's dead, or you show up and people have boo-boos. So you do B&B, Band-Aids and body bags. C. Thomas, thank you for the $3. This dono is what we need to do all the things Chinese national. Hold on. This dono is what we need to do to all things Chinese national, because there needs to be more visible signs for them to fuck off and never come back. Chinese nationals that have no interest in immigrating, that have no interest in not spying, that have no interest in not acclimating to the country and becoming part of it, melting pot style. Yeah, fuck off. There's nothing wrong with saying that. That's not nationalist and that's not racist. We want you to come here and become part of the melting pot, right? Right. Sin, back me up on this. I'm hanging out here.
Yes.
Thank you. Leave me twist.
It's late for me.
I'm twisting in the wind out here, man. So anyway, this guy, with all this stuff that's going on in this development, at one point he got really upset back in the day. This angry man who called the police on this guy for saying, has your opinion changed for this Kangaroo Bay area with this development? When people that were criticizing him, he said these tactics, like the criticism that this guy was dealing with, he said these tactics are reminiscent of Nazi Germany's Joseph Goebbels, the minister of propaganda for the National Socialist Party.
Why are you saying the things that I said?
Yeah, and this guy with a clipboard, I mean, this is not some angry dude yelling some flat earth shit at him. Just said, how is your opinion developed on that? Are you willing to, are you going to keep these investors out from buying Kangaroo Bay and completely changing it over from this nice marina to, their own Penn Biden Center for Chinese Graft?
Yeah, and it looks like fucking dog shit too.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, further on, in not Australia, but close by, New Zealand, you're going to get a kick out of this, Sin. You ready for this? They got a whole series of McDonald's or Macca's advertisements that are aimed at those who eat McDonald's when they're drunk.
All right. I'm following your lead.
So, the ads read like this. A Big Mac conga peas. Big Mac combo,
What?
please.
Oh.
You following what they're putting down now?
I
A,
yeah.
a ferret
Okay.
of fish, extra tata.
See, now this would be better if they just got like the youngest legal drinking age employee. They're fucking wasted. And we're like, all right, order a Big Mac combo. A fillet of fish, extra tartar. Like that's what you should have done.
A bubble caught, a panda, and a cloak.
Like these aren't even close.
If you're fucking drunken a New Zealander, I think that probably is pretty close to what they're saying.
Need a burger?
5 cheeseburgers.
That should be it. It should say like bees sugar.
Bees sugar, yeah. What's the officer problem? Doc,
Fish sandwich.
Mick kicking in a frozen croak. They sell frozen cokes there.
I think we have those here too.
I've never had one. Really?
Babe. Does McDonald's around here still have the frozen Coke?
Yes. And the frozen Sprite.
Ah.
No shit.
Hey, I'm not a frequent McDonald's so I'll take her word for it.
Doc, thank you for the $3. So do you have the paralytics and disassociatives, or are you putting a hole in these? Also, Paragod Poly? Question mark. Now look, there's the intubators that are like self-inserting, right? That they already have the sharp end on them. Now, I personally choose to cut through the fibrous material of the esophagus with my own scalpel to make sure that the slit is wide enough. Leave it alone, Sin.
I'm not saying anything.
I don't think that them pokey things are no. They're not worth the material that they're made out of. It's like just be a man, put some gauze up there, cut it yourself. It'll be fine. Sterilize the area first, but that's why you've got the wipes right there and ready.
Iodine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Freedom.
See, Thomas, thank you for the $1. Let's be honest. You need to be drunk to a godforsaken Kiwi/New Zealander ever since they went full tyrant. Yeah, well, she retired. Have you been reading all the articles about fucking Jacinda, whatever the fuck? And it's like
I have not.
Oh man, a beacon for democracy, etc. What are you talking about? She ordered lockdowns left, right, and center on her personal authority. Like, it was, as prime minister, she was using her dictatorial power as prime minister, and nobody in their fucking parliament wanted to stop her. One case comes up, and she sends the entire nation into fucking lockdown. This woman is fucking nuts. Remember her response after the Christchurch shooting? To put on a hijab and then fucking ban every fucking firearm in sight? Yeah.
Except the ones that are protecting her.
Of course. Of course. No, Nurse Coliseum going blind and slice away. That's crazy talk.
Usually when people ask how I'm doing, the real answer is I'm doing shitty. But I can't say I'm doing shitty because I don't even have a good reason to be doing shitty. So if I say I'm doing shitty, then they say, why? What's wrong? And I have to be like, I don't know, all of it.
Gamer Valine, thank you for the $9.25.
Usually when people ask how I'm doing, the real answer
Probably
is I'm
telling
doing...
on himself with donations. What's this button do? Also, the Magpul DACA system will work nicely in a Pelican rifle case. You're welcome, Polly. Well, I'm just going to add that to a sticky note here, along with those games that were mentioned earlier. I want to look into that. Thank you, Gamer Valine.
Now, it's the next one that bothers me.
The Farge fries with tomatoes horse?
No, the Nickin' Chick McNugget, whatever that one is.
With barbecue sauce?
You know, ain't no drunk person coming and saying that. They're 100% going to say, I need some nuggies.
Do you like the fillet of fish?
Not particularly.
No? I don't know anyone that likes it that I know. But McDonald's keeps it in stock. I like it.
I think my aunt is personally keeping that one going.
Yeah, it's her and her alone, huh? I can see it.
It could be. I'm pretty sure she's the only one that keeps Press and Seal in business.
Okay. Thank you, Doc, for the $3. Bruh! Even the ER docs shit their pants having to do critical patients unless they're cool autistic as fuck ones. Unless they're the cool autistic as fuck ones that start drooling at the thought of getting to get the scalpel.
What?
Cutting into someone's throat so they can breathe when they're choking, right? If you want to intubate.
Yeah, no, I got
Cryptic, thank you for the $5. What the fuck? Why is you still streaming before my sleep and poop routine? Do you poop on a schedule like Cryptic, Sinatra?
Yeah.
Really?
Mornings, and then after gym, and then one at night.
Good morning. Valina asks, thank you for the $4. What's this one? Wait. You told me that the way that Americans wake up is with a Red Bull and a cigarette. No. Alcohol and a cigarette. Get your shit straight, Valine. What the fuck? Before you even pull the covers off. Alarm music's still playing. That's why you keep a bottle of liquor by the bed. How do you think I fell asleep in the first place? The liquor.
I am really fucking bad at waking up like 10 minutes before my alarm goes off.
No shit. You just sit there in silence, listening to Shelly breathe, waiting for your alarm to go. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I don't like to dilly-dally.
Dark side isn't. My mom and dad like the McFish. The fillet of fish.
McFish.
that sounds so much worse, man. I know what you mean, but like the McFish, that sounds so bad.
Straight up just did not know how to spell fillet.
Fillet. Let's see. Oh, hey, Sin, check this out. An unknown error occurred. Really? There we go. A bill banning the sale of kangaroo parts is introduced in Oregon.
Was that an issue?
Yeah, well, that is the key question that you happened right upon. No, it wasn't. There are certain high-end soccer cleats that are made out of kangaroo leather. That's it. That's all they're banning under pressure from animal rights groups.
I've had kangaroo jerky, and those little fuckers are delicious.
Yeah. I was talking about this with Far, and she's like, they're not endangered. I was in reading about this. I found there's 4 species of kangaroo, and none of them are endangered, even close. And I said to her, or she said, it's like hunting deer here. And I said, yeah, it would kind of be like hunting deer. And she goes, no. It's exactly like hunting deer. It's not a problem.
I would imagine.
Yeah. They cull 1.5 million of them every year, and their population is still in no danger of declining. But yet Oregon has to step up to the plate and ban the sale of them goddamn fucking kangaroo leather shoes that are only come in the form of really expensive high-end cleats.
I can't help but wonder if kangaroo allows...
Yes, what is it?
It's been a minute. Gabrielle, thank you for the 1150 and the long distance assassination. Look, I'm just seeing the new material. So what is this? Well, if you want to see the real new material, that happens down at the $75 amount. But I'm not telling you to do that. I put it down there so no one would hit it. But yeah, this pissed me off because California had already done it. And so like Oregon, they need some vanity virtues on display. Am I right?
I guess, man.
See, I was looking at this picture and I'm thinking kangaroo hunting would be fun because the fun would be in like, you don't shoot where they're at, you shoot where they're going to be. Because the fun would be picking them off when they're in midair, just like this. You see what I mean?
How they don't stay in midair that long.
No, they don't. That's the challenge. You don't shoot them when they're standing still like this, all looking at you. You shoot them when they're bounding along, when they're at the crest of their jump.
You might.
Well, what? You go for the challenge. Okay, you know what this reminded me of, though, Sin? Remember Roger, the ripped kangaroo?
How could I forget?
I mean, Jesus Christ. I totally forgot about this guy until I was reading about them. I mean, look, for fuck's sake. There's pictures of him laying down. He's got he's got a horse's head.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Fucking right. Look at him flexing. Like, literally flexing on you.
He's on steroids.
But I was talking to Reaper about this, and I said, this picture right here is the single best argument for why 45 is superior to 9mm. Would you trust a 9mm to stop this guy? I wouldn't.
I would.
No, you wouldn't. You'd want a 45, and you know it.
No, I'm pretty. I like my chances.
Crest of their jump so they can go out on a high note. I see what you did there, please. See, well done. Well done. I mean, oh, fuck. He's a frightening fucking animal. Why did I bring this? Oh, yeah. Unusual 650-pound fossil whale skull found in Maryland, estimated to be 12 million years old. Okay, that's kind of interesting, right? Whale skull, fossil, 12 million years old. Look at the video that's embedded.
Where was this? Maryland?
In Maryland.
Ooh.
Yeah. But it's the embedded video that worried me.
I didn't know you guys had such fat bitches.
Scientists discover well-preserved fossilized dinosaur egg in China. Mute that. Okay, look. They've got dinosaur eggs in China.
How?
I don't trust China with this. Like, are they shipping it off to, like, Wuhan? You understand what I'm getting at? This worries me.
Giant COVID.
Yeah. Like, they're going to be, like, unleashing diseases from 65 million years ago. No. Funded by Fauci.
Yeah, I'm not liking that idea too much.
No, I don't trust the Chinese funded government funded agencies with dinosaur eggs. I don't. This is not okay. I've seen Jurassic Park. I know where things can go. Not okay with it.
No, that is quite where I draw the line.
All right, you ran longer. Well, we've run longer than we said we were going to. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this the penultimate article, and then we'll jump along to the titular. How about that?
All right.
All right. Body found after stolen Rockford funeral home van located in Chicago.
So they stole the van
from a funeral home.
Oh, fuck this, and just dumped the body.
That is exactly what happened. They didn't know that there was a body in the van from the funeral home. They shortly thereafter discovered, holy shit, there's a cadaver back there. Now they found the van, but not the body. So what the fuck?
That would have been... Oh. Whoa, okay. I misunderstood that.
Police said they found the man's body. It had been found on the 8200 block of South Manistee in Chicago. They just literally dumped the fucking body on the sidewalk.
Of course, it's Chicago.
Because Chicago. Oh my God.
Because of course.
The darkest story that I came across by far. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I crack a lot of jokes about people not knowing how to dispose of bodies, but how about this? Wipe the van down and get the fuck out of it and walk away. What was your plan?
I mean, you can even just park on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Just pull over, park, and get out. No one's going to go, oh, we better figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I'd wipe down the steering wheel and, the armrest, whatever the fuck else you touched. I mean, how much... As soon as you discovered there's a cadaver back there, pull over wherever you're at, wipe it down, walk away. Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly. That noise right there. Yes. You
just call it a day.
Because what was the plan? Oh, here's what we'll do. We'll dump the body on the sidewalk. Then you're gonna, what? Joyride? Take the van to a chop shop? Claim it as your own? What do you
think? Is Grand Theft Auto? You just pull into the right thing, and then it's your car now?
Yeah. Sorry, Zed Hero. Rockford is in Illinois. They drove all the way up into Chicago where they dumped it. The body and the van. It's separate places. See, because
did they find the body?
Yes, they did. On the 8200 block of South Manistee.
I thought that was the van.
Now, the man's body had been found. They found the van and the body in different. They found the van first with no body, and they were like, "Where the fuck's the body?" And then they later found it on the sidewalk.
This sounds awfully contrived.
The body is round.
It is indeed. Valine. That was a fossilized skeleton that weighed less than half of the girls that I went to school with. MD hoods have fat baby mamas. MD hood. Oh, Maryland hoods. Yeah, I'm gonna need to talk to some Marylandites and figure out if they're all fat bitches there or not.
Marylanders.
Marylandites?
Marylandosians, if you want to get really technical, but
I want to see your Genshin Impact donation.
I wish I had one. Fuck. The sword slaughter he's talking about is my Rurouni Kenshin.
That's what I said.
I always tell some people about that. And they're like, wow, Sinatra's a dick. And I'm like, yeah. Why does he keep calling it Genshin Impact? Well, like you just said, he's a dick.
At least I'm a funny dick.
Yeah, I guess. If I didn't have such a problem with Genshin Impact, like far allowing the Chinese to steal all their data by playing that game, you realize that's a fucking giant psyop game, right?
I just know the kid likes it.
You're letting him play it with a VPN, though, right?
Yeah, on a fucking little laptop, she could play on it.
Cool. That is, as long as you're running it with a VPN, because that game is just there to theft your shit.
I assume they all are.
When they're coming from China, hell yeah.
Except TikTok.
Right. Okay, so let's move along to the titular article, The Train from Hell. Quite literally, burning German ghost train stopped near Austria border.
What?
And I'm like, no. Really? Berlin.
Is this? This sounds like an X-Files episode.
Authorities in southern Germany say efforts to put out a fire on a train turned into a spectacular chase on early Friday after the driverless diesel engine began taking off towards Austria of its own accord. Firefighters have been called to put out the train blaze. So the train is flying down the tracks. There's no engineer. There's no one to stop it. And the fucking thing's on fire. Now, do I have video? You're goddamn right I do.
That's fucking metal.
Hold on. Where's this? Show me the videos. No. Video. There it is.
That is so unnecessarily cool.
You want to hear the woman talk Nazi?
Eine rollende, brennende und führerlose Geisterdiesel-Lokomotive auf der Strecke München-Freilassing hat in der Nacht einen Großeinsatz verfolgt.
Okay, jumping ahead.
Ein gefährlicher Anblick. Nur
Look at it! Look at it! It's on fire and it's out of fucking control! chasing it with fire hoses. They had fire engines running alongside of it when they had open land. I read like 3-4 stories about it. The flaming ghost train from hell going across Germany. Look at this shit. Of course people pulled up at every fucking spot to get as many pictures as they could because, I mean, come on. Look at it.
This is a fucking album cover.
Oh, that made my day. Let's just go back to, let's see there it is. Get them on the trains. I'll just leave that joke right there.
This is a fucking album cover.
Oh, man. Do you really think that they fought that hard to stop it? I don't think they did.
Probably not that hard.
Dude, I mean, it's on the tracks. It's fine. You know, it's just let it burn, baby. This is awesome.
They just got some rookie with a super soaker going, all right, we got it. We're trying. We're doing our best.
Excuse me. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I do have a game, but it requires 2 other people, so... Or 2 people, I mean. So that's okay. We'll bank the game.
I win.
Or that. We'll just declare Sinatra the winner. Moving on as normal. How did the fire start? They haven't discovered yet because...
The war with Russia.
It was Putin who did it. Putin did it. They actually haven't discovered yet because the where the front car where it broke out, the actual engine, not the engine, the control compartment.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
Next 6 minutes. Thank you for the $2. Left you a DM. Some exciting shit, man. Anyway, I hope y'all are well and keeping warm. Fuck it. It is actually fucking cold here right now, man. I have my extra warm Adidas hoodie on right now, and yeah, I'm glad I do because it's fucking cold.
It is quite chilly.
God, let's just look at that picture. The control compartment where the fire broke out is like a smoldered, destroyed wreck. So it's taken a minute to figure out what happened. They're like, oh, it was probably something electrical. Or infernal.
It could be.
Yeah. We haven't ruled out interdimensional demonic forces yet. Just saying. All in stick, sex, and
No
hammer. See what he
Sanute, no
thinks.
win if no game. Drunk will win. No, I win. Isn't it called a forfeit if the other person just isn't there?
Yeah, you could call it a forfeiture, I guess, sure.
Okay,
and if he forfeits, well, if anyone forfeits, it means the other person wins. So, yeah. But chat's involved in the game, so how do you know the chat didn't win?
Because they're on the delay, so fuck them.
You would have pulled it out, you think?
Of course.
Well,
I pulled a hole on the game or on the show.
In any case,
bring all 250 people on here right now.
Are there 250 people here right now?
Probably.
No, there's not. There's 140.
You bring all 250 on.
Yeah, well, 141. Can we talk about the 141 coolest people? I mean, holy shit. These guys showed up for the super late night.
Super Thursday show.
Yeah. The special late night noir edition. Episode 296. It's a rarity. It's a first in the AAA. Fuck yeah. Had to happen on this channel.
I believe it is.
Yeah. So, Sinatra, thank you for showing up for this. It's been a good time.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, yeah, it was good. And thank you, chat, for showing up fucking late night. I had fun doing a late night AAA. Usually all the late night stuff is Noir Bar. And if you're interested in aimless yammering and discussion that follows a drunken path, and you haven't watched Noir Bar, come on by. It's kind of what we do there. It's sort of our thing. But I would like to thank everybody who donated.
Show.
Yeah. Yeah. Sinatra shows up from time to time. Stumbles in drunk, stumbles out the same way. It's fun.
Yeah, once it gets to like fucking 5 a.m., like I need to go to bed.
Yeah, the show starts with me sober and ends with me, well, not.
Whatever. Taxation is theft.
Oh, God damn it, motherfucker.
God Emperor Dingle.
Taxation.
Thank you for the $6. Marylander here. There are a high amount of large women here. The state is a shithole. Please send help. Wow. But if you remove Baltimore, things get a lot better a lot quicker. You know, just don't count Baltimore.
Okay.
You know, it's like removing Akron. Things just get better in Ohio that way.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know? See, you just got to make it relatable. Now, but I'd like to thank everybody who did come and hang out tonight, even though it was a one-off and announced late. But swinging on by, that's awesome. Greatly appreciated. Best fucking chat online for any show. I'd like to thank everybody for their seriously generous donations. I hope you enjoyed all the new donos. Working on new ones still, because I had a lot of fun over the last 3 days coming up with new donations. So I'm going to keep it going. And once again, Sinatra, thank you again for being a fucking sport and coming out late on a Thursday.
Absolutely.
I mean, we got, it's not even a full 24 hours until we're AAA over on your joint.
Oh, yeah, that'll be good.
So, Silent Sin, is that where it's happening?
Indeed.
All right, Silent Sin, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 a.m. on Christmas Island. We'll see you shortly, chat. In the meantime, go get some sleep. Fuck, it's late. Why are you still up? All right, y'all. Have a good night. Thank you once again.